Well, I guess it's a good thing I didn't make a prediction video yet. Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Umber Rays here to talk to you about the new JP news, including our new CG character, and yeah, I didn't make any predictions, and there's definitely no record anywhere of me making predictions, so I'm not technically wrong. Hooray! Hooray for, skewing reality to suit your own benefit. That doesn't happen in any great form nowadays. Anyway, let's just talk about Final Fantasy 12, which will be this month's Mog King and probably its raid as well, and it is going to be the new series boss battle in the opening part of March. Should be noted, though, currently I would love to talk about War of Visions too, but War of the Visions has this problem where it doesn't show its news off until one day before whatever's going to happen happens. That's kind of disappointing. I would really like to know ahead of time, but oh well. Anyway, today we got a maintenance update here in FFBE JP, and yeah, it's going to be Final Fantasy 12. So Vaan is going to be the new character. He's going to be coming right away, and he is also going to be joined with Penelo. Not really overly surprising. I mean, those two characters are kind of set up in the game of being the love pair. So whatever, there it is. And also will be joining his brother Rex, who isn't really in the game that much, but he's in this game now, so there you go. Anyway, the Final Fantasy 12 event will be featured with a whole bunch of other stuff. The event itself will come with this banner. We'll talk about this banner in a second. But, of course, with any of the Mog Kings is always the exciting part for me and for a lot of people. The free character. Because the free character you're always guaranteed to get, and this time it is Fran. Fran is one of those characters that I think has deserved a 5-star for a good long amount of time. So, not including characters like Celeste, Garnet, and, Barrett, and Saz. Hey, we're getting close to everybody just being a 5-star. And when everybody's a 5-star, no one will. I'm just kidding, they will be. Anyway. So, Fran will be coming with a 5-star version. Just by playing the game, you'll be able to get her. So, I am going to talk about Fran first, because you know what? That's just cool. I like Fran. The free characters lately have just been really cool, so I just want to talk about her. Her TMR is attack and magic up, equipped with a bow, which is kind of nice. There are some bow characters that could benefit from a TMR like this, so I wish you could get more of the... well, one copy without a blank Moogle, but it is possible. So this TMR might be also really good just because it increases the damage versus beasts and avians 50%. Physical damage only though, so maybe that magic thing, maybe it shouldn't have just been there. Super TMR is her bow, or the legendary bow from FF12, Sagittaria. 164 attack, true dual hand, 70% accuracy, blah, 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 and some extra physical damage versus beasts and avians at 50%. Looking at her kit, I mean, her damage isn't going to be, I think, anything great. Her high attack is 205, which for a true dual hand character isn't super duper high. She has some different elements in her kit that can be added to her other attacks. Fire, ice, and Artemis, which is apparently Earth, so there you go. She has double casting, she has triple casting, she has some nice little coolly downs that boost her attack and give her some modifiers up, and they cannot be dispelled, which is always what I like to see. And she has some fairly good damage. She has AR chaining, so I always like to see that. In general, her kit isn't anything super incredible, but it is nice. Her limit burst is also pretty cheap, 24 crystals to use. Decreases ice resistance 120% for 6 turns to all enemies, and 48 times damage. 48 times modifier. Anyway, pretty strong little limit burst, and a 6-turn debuff for ice is kind of nice. I like it. I like it. In generally, nothing overly impressive, but nothing that I wouldn't say no to. either way, the FF12 event will come along. You'll be able to, you know, get your regular benefits from it and so on and so forth. And then you'll be able to try for the higher level characters. And boy, oh boy, power creep continues. And I do say power creep, but it isn't a... It doesn't look like it's going to be a super high power creep compared to what came last month. But there are some things on this banner that are very noteworthy. Penelo, its new version, comes with a TMR, 40% magic as well as 50% magic bonus with 25% accuracy when single wielding any weapon. So that's right, it's magic, true dual hand magic too. Okay, alright, nice enough. I mean, it's not paid to get this, so... Okay, I wish it was dual wielding, but then it would probably be less, or a super TMR. Blah. Super TMR, by the way, is clothing, 22 defense, 71 magic, and 21 spirit. It also increases magic 40%. Seems fine. She's in the Mystic Cross and AR chaining family, and she is a mage, a 218 base magic, which is pretty darn good, but here's the thing. She has fire, she has ice, she has darkness. I like all of that. She has triple casting, she has double casting, she can give herself a big magic boost. This is all pretty standard. The thing that is noteworthy in her kit is that she can actually decrease fire resistance for 4 turns to one enemy at 130%. That's where the power creep comes in here. She actually has a bigger debuff than we have seen on anything else. So her main element is definitely fire. I think she can also put evade on a character, but that's not overly important. Like, really, magic damage is her big thing, and the other big thing is just being able to debuff at 130%. Other than that, I gotta say, overall, I don't find Penelo overly exciting. She seems like she can either be built as a true dual wield or a true dual hand mage. You know, she has extra damage versus beast and humans. That's always nice. But if we're talking about mages, it's really hard to be excited about this after Bahamut Vina. Bahamut Vina is just such an incredible spike. And while the 130% debuff is nice, it is on a cooldown, and that basically means that... Oh, sorry, she has the other ones too in her attacks. That's the thing I'm missing. Overall, other than the 130%, I'm not too terribly impressed with her for any reason. Like, nothing stands out other than that big debuffing. I mean, she can increase modifiers, she can do a lot of ice or fire damage, she can do she's pretty good. I don't find her super duper, like, wow, I gotta break the bank on this character. Just another really good mage, but I'm pretty sure that Dark Fina just beats her by a long shot, so... And chances are, if this is the trend now that we're seeing 130% debuffs, chances are there will be more characters in the future that have that. Continuing on. Now, the other character on the banner, I mean, Rex basically seems like he has a nice TMR for a tank that has Spirit as well as, I believe, Auto Regen. It's nice, but it's nothing on an accessory too, sorry. So it's nice, you'll probably get a copy of him eventually. I wouldn't worry too much about it. But now let's talk about the CG character, because the CG characters are always a big deal. And here... Yeah, Vaan's good. Vaan is good. I will say it, I am not a fan of Vaan. I will not be trying for Vaan, but he is a good, definitely a good character, and probably more than anything is, it should be noted that his super TMR is kind of bananas and nuts. So his TMR, Feelings for My Late Brother. Materia, increase resistance paralyzed 100%, 20% physical evasion, increase equip attack when dual wielding 50%. So are you paying attention? Physical evasion as well as bonus attack when dual wielding and paralyzed. That's pretty darn good right there to just get one copy of this TMR. But the super TMR goes just probably too far in a specific direction. A sword, the Durandal. which I do believe is the legendary sword in FF12. This thing, 163 attack. Okay, that doesn't sound too great, Umbra. Passive, Supreme One Swing. Increase physical evasion by 30% and increase chance of being targeted by 30%. Here it is, everyone. This is the most amazing piece of dodge equipment on the JP side by a country mile. This thing is a sword, meaning that it can be equipped to a great deal many characters. It has provoke, has a little bit of natural provoke on it, but more importantly, it also has 30% evasion, which is pretty darn good, and will make evasion builds much easier to get, and 100% evasion characters easier to make. Yeah, just woof. Anyway, he has AR chaining in his kit. His 209 attack. He's going to be just pretty darn strong. By that sounds, it sounds like he will be true dual hand, because... Or wait, true dual wield. Yeah, he's true dual wield. He has the chain cap increase. I couldn't quite remember that. He has bonuses too for defense, which is kind of interesting. He has just a natural, you know, with his TMR, super TMR, an increased amount of limit burst fill rate. He can be built as a true dual hand or true dual wield character. He has natural physical evasion in his kit already of 30%. So with his super TMR, and his TMR, you're almost looking at 100% evade physical. Woof. Just woof. Looking at his kit himself, his kit is kind of this interesting little bit of, like, the stuff that he has. He's a very utility-based damage dealer. I mean, he can revive some characters, he can steal, he can do full breaks up to 80% for 5 turns to a single enemy while still doing physical damage. He has dual and triple casting of his abilities. He can increase his attack for multiple turns, increase his modifiers for some of his abilities for multiple turns. He has an actual cooldown ability that's a 4-turn cooldown available turn 1. Evade 1 turn for every unit, and then the following turn, auto-cast it again, and then the following turn, auto-cast it again, and the following turn, auto-cast it again. So a multicast evade. If anything, yeah, this guy can do, you know, good, will be able to do physical damage, I'm sure, very well. But the big thing about this character seems to be evasion, 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 with utility. Interesting little DPS, I shall admit. Limit Burst is actually kind of funny. It actually has a 50% chance to steal items from all enemies. Neat! You know, stealing has never been a big part of Brave Exvius. At least it doesn't certainly feel like that. But it is pretty cool to see that it's worked into a limit burst, and maybe you'll, I don't know, get a few extra items or something. I don't know. Maybe stealing is going to become a bigger thing. Maybe not. His limit burst also has a full break attached to it as well of 85% for 2 turns to all enemies, decreased fire resistance of 130% for 2 turns to all enemies, and a physical damage modifier. So yeah, his Vaan's definitely a pretty strong character with a pretty nice little mix kit. Will he be able to out DPS the other DPSs? I don't think it really overly matters. His character is something I feel like Zidane probably should have been. Not necessarily the reviving part, but this kit feels a lot better than what CG Zidane ended up being. I mean, I like Zidane, so of course it wasn't that way. Of course! Anyway. So yes, that is going to be your banner for the beginning of the month. It works basically like every other banner that we've seen. Pulling on it, you'll get special tickets that you can redeem for X, Y, and Z. You'll be able to in-game do the quest to get CG Vaan's Awakening Prism. And as for Penelo, if you do 1 multi-pull, well, you'll get be able to get the Prism from Penelo. Other than that, it's 30 for a guaranteed of either of the units. really, we've heard this song and dance many times on the JV side. So, yeah, play the FF12 again, and to get Fran at the very least. The series boss battle, the Undying, has been added, and get some abilities for the FF12 characters, really. That dude's an FF12 character. Really has been a while since I played FF12. Yeah, that's just about the unit prism. There will be a few other things. There's going to be, of course, logins for the month of March will total up to about 5,000 lapis by themselves. Other than that, the FF12 will get a daily 4-star pull that includes fests, so if you're like me, you'll never see one of those fests. Woo! There'll be a couple of premium boxes too, which I thought I knew where that one was. There it is. So 2 premium boxes, each at 10,000 lapis. I do believe that they are purchasable 1 apiece. That is correct. You can either get some event-only tickets, meaning that they are tickets that can be used only on the banner. 1 comes with 10 UOCs, 4 EX tickets, 10 regular tickets, and 2 Trust Moogles of the 50% variety. The other one comes with an all prism, so pick your poison, choose what you really want, and pray that the tickets actually end up getting you something. They just work like regular tickets, except are limited to this banner. I'm not overly crazy about them. So anyway, yeah, Final Fantasy XII, not my favorite. It could be that at the end of the month we'll see a brand new version of Balthier. I think that's been asked for long enough that Alan will probably do it. In terms of other FF12 characters, maybe we'll see Ash on that banner too, an Ash Balthier banner, or Gabranth, or Bosch, or I don't know who it will be. Could be a whole bunch of different characters. Anyway, so tell me, are you excited for the Final Fantasy XII? Are you not excited for Final Fantasy XII? Were you hoping for tactics like me? Do you think that very soon we're going to start seeing CG villains? The answer to that last one is probably yes. I really think that CG Sephiroth is right around the corner to do with the remake, but probably may at this point given the delays. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.